In the ancient land of Egypt, beneath a sky heavy with stars, the pyramids stood as monuments to a power that believed itself eternal. Beneath that grandeur, a people suffered. Day after day, under a merciless sun, they labored, hands worn, backs bent, spirits quietly enduring. In exhaustion, faith refused to die. A man lifted his eyes to heaven, praying wordlessly. In darkness, families gathered, kneeling together, holding a promise. An elderly woman wept as she prayed, not from despair, but from hope that outlasted every chain. Golden light broke through the darkness, as if heaven itself was listening. A father whispered an ancient promise to his son. The child's eyes reflected flame, wide, wondering, full of trust. Everything was about to change. In the great throne room of Pharaoh, torchlight cast long shadows between towering columns, and into that hall walked Moses, calm, resolute, carrying nothing but a wooden staff and the word of God. He stood before the most powerful ruler on earth and spoke without fear, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's eyes were cold, his heart was stone. Then the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, turned to blood. Its crimson waters rippled in the dying light as onlookers stumbled back in horror. The first sign had come. Still, Pharaoh refused. Plague after plague fell upon the land, his heart unyielding. Then came darkness, a supernatural shadow that swallowed Egypt, leaving only the Israelites' homes glowing like embers in the night. A mother held her child against the blackness outside. Behind palace walls, Pharaoh's pride began to crack for the first time. God gave his people a sign of protection. A father painted lamb's blood on the doorframe, a mark of faith, a covenant of mercy. Children watched in wonder. That night they gathered for a sacred meal, staffs in hand, sandals on their feet, ready to move at a moment's notice. A mother prayed over her children, her face holding both fear and unshakable faith. Then came the word. A broken Pharaoh rose from his throne, his voice trembling as he pointed toward the doors. "Go." And in an instant, a nation began to move. Thousands poured into the moonlit desert, mothers with infants, elders leaning on the young, families with all they owned. Moses walked ahead, staff in hand, eyes fixed forward. The rhythm of countless feet on desert sand became the sound of freedom. But behind them, Pharaoh's heart hardened once more. His army mounted their chariots and thundered into the night. War chariots tore across the desert at full speed. The crowd turned and saw dust rising on the horizon. Terror swept through them like a wave. Before them, the Red Sea, vast and deep. Behind them, Egypt's army. They were trapped between two forces. But Moses stood at the water's edge and did not move. While the people cried out in fear, Moses closed his eyes, communing silently with God. He raised his ancient staff high, and brilliant golden light glowed brightly from its sacred tip.
Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. The Lord parted the waters with a strong east wind. The children of Israel went into the sea on dry ground, with waters walling them on both sides. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen." And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, engulfing the pursuing forces. And the Egyptians fled in panic and great terror against it, and the Lord mightily overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them.
The last foot stepped onto the far shore. Behind them, the sea was still. Ahead, the light was warm and open. A people who had known only chains fell to their knees in gratitude. A woman laughed and wept at the same time, her eyes lifted to heaven. Then the celebration broke open, people dancing, arms raised, voices lifted, children running free for the very first time. Hands reached toward the sky in worship. Flowing robes caught the morning breeze. And then, as the celebration settled, the people stood together in the wilderness, looking forward at a glowing horizon. Moses stood at the front, staff in hand, golden light reflected in his eyes. Behind him, thousands walked as one, forward, together, in faith. The wilderness stretched wide, but the path ahead was luminous. One by one, they walked into the light until the last disappeared into the golden distance. The sky was vast. They were free.